8,280 pounds. New Winnebago Voyage 3235 rear living rolling in here at Haylet RV of Coldwater, Michigan. And I'm just so impressed. I am so impressed with Winnebago. Historically, they've never been a very original manufacturer on their towable side of things. They've been very good at putting their own spin on existing concepts. But this is awesome because really, I swear, what they did is they looked at the market and they really just cherry-picked the best features from some very, very good brands. Like, for instance, like, here's kind of what this thing is. If you've looked at something like, say, a big triple slide travel trailer with a bed slide, it might have second air, washer, dryer prep, a king bed, opposing living slides. This has all of that. But thanks to their lightweight construction with Azdel and a lot of aluminum and a Norco chassis, this thing only weighs 8,280 pounds. So it's giving us big, like, Eagle travel trailer features with a lot of the benefits of something, say, like a Freedom Express kind of merged in together, and yet it's still uniquely Winnebago with extra large refrigerators, water heaters, and a lot of other really cool things. I am a fan. With the slide closed bedroom and bathroom access is a no-brainer, but one of the things they did well here is they positioned the island in this opposing slide travel trailer such that you can fully access the refrigerator, even if you upgrade to that big 4-door fifth wheel fridge like you see here at Haylet Auto and RV of Coldwater, Michigan. That is a really smart choice, and it's really kind of a good indicator to me that Winnebago's dialed this thing in and really thought it through from start to finish, because that's something a lot of brands still miss today. Now, even though this floor plan is similar to a lot of things out there, this RV stands apart. They did a good job of making it feel familiar but new, and they did some very good things here. So first of all, very rare quality shared with very few trailers. It is 7 foot tall in here. That extra height, not only does it just make this thing open right up and feel great, the biggest thing is they did it so that they could have bigger slide outs, and when they did that, they allowed themselves the opportunity to do things like include fifth wheel sized kitchen appliances, like that huge convection microwave and 4-door fifth wheel fridge. Those are things you just don't normally find in a travel trailer. It is very cool what they're doing here. We'll come back to the kitchen in a minute, but those are a couple of very standout qualities I want to hit. I love the accent light fixtures, and buddy, they have a great lighting package in here. Now, all of their air vents, as long as we're looking up here, they can all be turned and closed individually, which is a nice quality. Several RVs that we carry here at Haylet RV of Coldwater, Michigan do that, but it is nice to be able to control your airflow. Over here, the entertainment center, obviously that TV can pivot around. You can have some easy viewing from any direction. You've got the electric space heating fireplace below. That's, you know, pretty common class things you expect to see. But what's nice is all of the countertop material in here, all of it, through the whole RV is a sealed edge press membrane material, which gives us a lot of the benefits of a solid surface at a much lighter weight. Now check out these side stands on either side of that sofa. They both have household and USB plugs. That means that not only is it good for just like charging your phones, but if we take a look here, you can see that when you have this thing flipped into like hide-a-bed mode, that even your guest bed is Cpap friendly. Also, you might have noticed how one of the two wall-hugging theater recliners over here can also still be used even when that hide-a-bed is open and in play. Now, I wish I could actually have all these huge windows open right now so you could see just the expansive viewing you get. But with the positioning of the sun currently, not really being camera friendly. So I pulled these down, but it's also a nice opportunity to see those nice roller nightshades that you have here. But one more thing, if we do just peek at them here, you can actually see how all of the windows, including those big sofa and recliner side windows, they all open right up for airflow. Now, kind of like you've got those outlets down here on those side stands, you similarly have household and USB plugs built into the side of the slide boxes on both sides. So to the right of that theater seat, just the window covering is kind of blocking it. But over there, if you look behind one of those freestanding chairs, you can see some outlets against the wall. You have household and USB plugs on both sides. Now remember, with the taller trailer, they used up taller slide outs. They used that opportunity, rather. And that means you can stand in that slide. It's a 6.5 foot fifth wheel height slide. There's fifth wheel feels going on in here, which is something that's very cool, and they accomplished it in a very different way that I like. Now, over here, The island, you've got this recessed stainless farm sink below that high-rise sprayer faucet, and you might notice easy reach appliance outlets too. But you can also see how we've got some good storage going on here down below the counter line. It starts with a big area with a shelf below the sink, and that's something I think is smart because it gives you space for things like dish soap and whatnot, while still giving you space for things like pots and pans, you know, big stuff, because this is a big rig. You want that big storage. Obviously, plywood drawers there. And you see that there's a handful built right into the island, but there's obviously more built right in around and below that oven that we'll see in just a second. But first, I want to start over here, because this does have a bit of what I like to call the Pantrytainment Center, which is, let's see, that's Haylett RV Nerdism number, I think, 37. The storage pockets on either side of the electric fireplace, nothing to necessarily write home about, but it is nice that they didn't waste it. TV obviously can pivot around, as we saw earlier, but there is shelving behind it. They didn't just leave a big open gap. So if you do want to throw some boxes of stuff back there, or maybe that's where you're going to keep some movies or something like that, because that is still a Bluetooth DVD below the TV. There's even a wireless phone charger included in the RV. We just haven't got there. So your entertainment can be very scalable to however you want. Note too here, your overhead cabinet doors. They are double metallic strutted. Little details like that, like they could have gone with a single plastic strut or none and saved a little bit of money. That's not what this RV is about. This is about being bigger, sizzle, top end, you know, like this just huge convection microwave over here. It's just something, it doesn't even feel like you're in a travel trailer once you're inside this thing. It has a, the layout in the kitchen it feels sort of like I'm in a Montana high country or something like that. Oh, by the way, there are some outlets over here on the side, so you've got an awesome little coffee maker corner there, although the little shelf by the entry area that we're going to see, that I think is another very good spot for coffee making. More of those drawers, and again, they didn't waste an opportunity for anything here, like that big drawer down there below the oven, so that you don't have to go crawling around, the storage comes to you. Now that 4-door fridge, that's not standard. It's actually a very expensive option, but it gives this RV just a unique thing and a chunk of cold storage that travel trailers very typically, especially at this weight and size, just can't normally match. And a big, deep pantry. When I saw how big that pantry was right there, I actually assumed that maybe that's where they're putting their washer dryer hookups, because this RV is stackable washer dryer capable, but it's not. It's just a big pantry, and that big kind of blank space below, that's where things like your water heater, maybe furnace, mechanical stuff is located, but those are just access panels, so it's easy to get to. Now, couple neat things over here. I mentioned how there's this little perfect little kind of Keurig coffee maker corner right by the entry area, and that's what this would be right here. But you also see a power vent fan set of switches. Just like in a big fifth wheel, there is a power vent fan up here to get some airflow going in to exhaust some cooking heat. Cookie heat. I suppose if you're cooking cookies, then yes. But anyway. But what's nice is, I mean, this is a tall trailer. I could reach it, but not my wife couldn't. So they put a switch on the wall. They're just really smart in their execution. Then, this is that little handy wireless phone charge pad. And I think you're going to start seeing more and more of this sneak into the RV industry. I love that. Not to mention, I just love that picture of my little girl. She's the reason I come to work every day. Oh my gosh. I can't believe I forgot to talk about this more in depth earlier. Azdel. Winnebago now uses Azdel below their fiberglass skin. Like this little cutaway sample here that you see, that is an excellent example of how their sidewalls are built. Also, a very cool thing on Winnebago RVs. All Winnebago laminated RVs are built in a very fancy new lamination facility that they just opened up. They are all CNC routed. If you don't know what that means, all of the sidewall cuts and everything on this are all machine precise. They're not hand cut, hand routed. The precision, the consistency, they're accurate within 1/1000th of an inch every single time. Now, with this being an extra tall travel trailer, that's an extra tall shower next to that porcelain stool with plenty of fluffy, friendly hip space around it. Over here, more of that sealed counter stuff, but just Winnebago doing Winnebago things, putting stainless fixtures like that where most brands simply don't. Now you see there's this big block in the wall right here. That is actually our washer dryer slash or prep area slash closet in the bedroom. But remember, this is very tall and I want to kind of do something to sort of bring that home. You can see I've got plenty of headroom in here. It's really great how they've done this. Also, I wanted to stand here with my head next to the shower head so that you could see. You don't have to like, it's funny, I've seen a lot of brands where they have like this, you're like, oh, look at this tall ceiling. But then like, you got to duck down here for the shower head. I don't have to do that here. They really thought it through, and I'm so impressed with what they've done. In the bedroom here, you see you have the option of adding a second air conditioner, and it's awesome because they actually centralize it through the whole duct system. And remember, these vents can turn and close. So if you, like, I like having cold air blowing right on me at night. My wife doesn't. Well, we can each kind of, you know, customize our level of air exposure to meet our needs. Now, next to that, obviously on the left side, we have TV hookups. That's normal. But on the right side, you've got a just huge closet or dresser space. But it is capable of housing not just a combo washer dryer, which is typically the case in a travel trailer with no bed slide, but even a stackable system. Now, I've spoken out quite a bit about how strongly I feel against the case of RV washer dryers, and that's fine. The fact is, I'm still going to also do my job of notifying you when these things are available, because it is your decision, not mine. You know, what kind of features you're looking for in a travel trailer. Now, down here, they also offer the, well, hold on. Before I get down there, I want to look up here. Taller trailer. We've talked about that a few times. That means that shelf, or pardon me, the cabinet rather, over the bed, it's not going to be a head knocker. You're not going to clock your noggin on that thing. No noggin clocking in this one. This doesn't sound good, does it? But king bed. You have the option of applying a king bed to these Winnebago Voyages, which is something I know a lot of people are looking for. So once again, start naming big fifth wheel features. Second air, washer dryer prep, king bed, big fridge, big water heater. Guys, it's got all that and more. Under that master bed, we see that aluminum skeleton work under the bed. Not every travel trailer does that. Not every Winnebago does that. But that's just another, they said, we want to make the Voyage something very special. Now, as we look down this huge drop frame storage compartment, look on the left, you actually see a heat vent down here. This has a forced air heated pass-through cavity. That is not necessarily even something you find across the board in fifth wheel production. It is nearly unheard of in travel trailer production. So that's another one of those really cool kind of high-class, uncommon features that you're getting here on the Winnebago Voyage at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Right below that big baggage door, by the way, there's an outside gas grill quick connect. So if you do want to do some outdoor cooking, you've got the perfect place to do it. And you could choose, given its position, do you want to cook under or not under your awning? The intelligence of design, the thought, the planning that went into this, very impressive. Very, very impressive. I think it is probably one of the best executed new series launches that I've seen in my career. And that says a lot because I've seen quite a few at this point in my life. 30-pound propane tanks up front. Power tongue jack, four-corner power stabilizer jacks, all standard on this. And you see they have a tongue-mounted spare tire. That leaves the rear bumper open. So should you choose to do things like add a bike rack or something on the bumper, you could. Now, there are potential warranty things that go along with that, but they leave you the opportunity to do those things. As long as you're reasonable, you can get away with it. If you want more details on that, give us a call. We'll run you through it. Now, just like a fifth wheel, got an enclosed docking center. So you got fifth wheel features like the taller ceiling, the bigger fridge, the slides being taller, and just like a fifth wheel, up front here in the drop frame storage cavity, you've got a centralized docking station. Just nice, handy things. Now, I've mentioned a bigger water heater. Virtually all travel trailers outside of destination trailers have a 6-gallon gas electric water heater, which is fine. But Winnebago didn't want the Voyage to just be okay. They wanted it to be greater, better. So they gave this the same 10-gallon fast recovery gas electric water heater that you'd find on something like a Montana, a North Point, a Pinnacle. You know, it's cool what they did here. And down below, we have an enclosed underbelly. It is forced air heated. It does have a radiant package. I can't in good conscience tell you this is necessarily like 4 seasons. However, it has an excellent extended season package. So long story short, unless you're going to be living in it in sub-zero temperatures, you're probably going to be fine here. Now, as we wrap around the back side here, you see that we're, rear camera ready, which is pretty normal nowadays. We also have reverse lighting, which is a cool little safety item. You see the white elements built right into those LED taillights. All LED exterior lighting, by the way. Or really just all LED lighting all the way around. 2-inch receiver hitch on the back also gives us the ability to add things like a bike rack without affecting our warranty. Now, I mentioned up front how, they leave the rear bumper open, and you could bolt stuff to it if you wanted to. They also provided a way that you could add things like a bike rack or a small cargo tray that maybe you could put a generator on for, like, being off-grid a little bit. A lightweight generator. Obviously, you don't want to get nuts on this, but they made it so that they weren't, like, trying to set a trap and bait you into voiding your 3-year structural warranty on this Winnebago. They were really just providing all the things that really, really mattered. Now, just all of the windows in the world, huge over here on the campsite. And since this RV is extra tall, they were able to put extra big windows in. I love the sofa and slide side, huge, massive windows. There's one other thing I want to mention out here. A lot of people have questioned why there are no stable steps on this. And actually, at the time of this filming, it's not even a factory option. I know because, guys, I tried. I gave them a ration of crap over this. I said, I really feel like a big fancy trailer like this should have stable steps. They said, well, here's the thing. If you like everything about this RV, but you wish it had stable steps, you call our team here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Just because they're not on this trailer doesn't mean we can't do it. And that's one of the nice things about working with a full-service super center like us, is that if you want those little fine-tuned things that boil down to what I call screwdriver work, know that we can do that stuff. If you want a wall moved, well, we might be looking at the wrong camper. On a similar note, just like if you wanted stable steps on your RV, you could also, like, if you said, yeah, but I want those bigger vent fans, that's the kind of stuff we can do for you here. Like, our service center over there, we have some amazing people here. And we send them down for training. We get them certified. We really invest in our team here at Haylett RV so that we can do a better job for you. Kind of similarly, I just climbed up here, but you already see footprints on the roof. That's because our proactive quality inspection team has already been up here checking everything before we even accept the RV from the manufacturer. It's just the extra kind of stuff we do. We got our techs horsing around with one another here. I love work. Everybody has so much fun working here. Okay, so between these two vents, you see roof solar prep plug. So that if you wanted to, you could build yourself a big old solar package, and wouldn't you know it, there's just all sorts of room up here where you could accomplish something like that. So, if you like what you see here, which chances are, if you're still watching the video at this point, you liked what you see here. Either that or you just like hearing my voice. And even my wife doesn't like hearing my voice. I don't fault her for that. But what I'm getting at is, give our team a call. Give us the opportunity to earn your business in return for our efforts here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan today. And like so many others, thousands before you, you're not going to be disappointed. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy Haylett camping, everyone.